Good morning and welcome to Glacier Day. So it's 5:30 in the time zone that I'm at, but we actually fell back an hour last night. So it's now 4 hours different than home. So right now it is, let's see, if it's 5:30, it is 9:30 at home. So I already talked to my sister this morning because she's awake taking my nephew to school. But I am walking the deck. I needed some fluids. I need to drink more fluids. I actually may get like a different bottle, to always have water in the fridge, because at night I keep getting thirsty. But this isn't like a Caribbean cruise where you can just walk upstairs in your shorts and get more things to drink. I have to get dressed to come up here and get a drink, so it's kind of a pain. So I just don't do it. I need to change that because I'm not drinking enough fluids. But yeah, today's Glacier Day and Palo Day for me. I'm pretty excited. The Mickey meet and greet is this morning at 8, so I have a couple hours for that. But I am going to line up early because it's very, 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 very popular. But for right now, I'm just thirsty. But let me show you the view. I'm on deck 9, which is the covered deck. But there's the view right now. Isn't that so cool? But yeah, I'm excited for Glacier Day. It was supposed to rain today, but I think they've either called it off or pushed it till after the sun goes down, which would be perfect. So today will be the first picturesque day, and I'm full of activities, so come along with me. Today I'm going to give out all my recipe cards. So this is my cauliflower soup and this is my cornbread. Both of these recipes are family staples. So the cornbread I make more often because frankly it's less work, but this cauliflower soup recipe is delicious. So I'm going, and I got this stamp. There's it is. And I'm stamping the back of them. And I'm going to fill them out with my name, my stateroom number, and then after Palo today at brunch, which is at noon, I'm going to walk around and deliver all these because Palo is a large Italian meal, so I'm sure I'm going to need to walk it off. But I'm not eating at all this morning, so no breakfast at all, which I'm already hungry, but I want to be hungry for the good food. I don't want to have generic food. I want to have the best food on the ship today. So, but yeah, I'm going to sit in here and get all these done this morning and get them organized, and then hopefully head up top on top deck to meet Mickey this morning. He'll be in his unique outfit for Alaska cruises, so I'm really excited to see that. And what else? Get these done, Palo, Mickey, deliver these. Oh, tonight is for freezing the night away, like a frozen spectacular that's on the top deck. Boy, oh boy, is it going to be cold. But that's what I packed for. Frankly, I've been kind of waiting for this colder weather because I didn't bring a lot of like medium weight clothes. I brought like stuff to layer up with, which is perfect. But there was a day in Vancouver where I almost wish I had a pair of shorts, but I didn't bring any. But this weather, this like mid-50s weather, has been what I've been waiting for. So I'm ready to go. I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm just gonna relax. I got a time lapse going on the window, so hopefully I've been running time lapses this whole cruise on the window. There's a tiny bit of a reflection of the curtain on the left side, but I think still worth putting in the video. So hopefully, I haven't obviously seen them at home on my big screen computer yet to see if they're any good, but I keep running them all the time. So hopefully I will get a time lapse of us pulling into the mountains where the glacier is. So also, I found out that the captain, once we get as close as we possibly can to the glacier, he will actually 360 the ship. So there's views all the way around for everybody on every side of the ship, which is super cool. So hopefully I can time lapse that also, because that would be pretty cool to watch. Well, I got to see Minnie and Mickey in their Alaska gear, so I'm sure I'll put these pictures in shortly in this video. That was so much fun. I ended up getting to Mickey's meet and greet about 45 minutes before it started, and I was 8th in line. And one of my solo traveler friends from dinner was there at the same time as me, so she and I went in the Mickey line together, and then as soon as we were done with Mickey, we went over to the Minnie queue. And Minnie queue? Why does that sound like barbecue? Minnie line? I don't know. But we went over there next, so she and I did everything together on the deck. We hung out on the deck for like 2 hours between waiting for the characters and then meeting the characters. So that was fun to have someone to hang out in line with, and we talked the whole time about travel, so super fun experience. Next up, I've got Palo Brunch, which I can't wait. I haven't eaten all day. Which I know doesn't sound like very long because it's only 10 a.m. right now, but I have been up since 5:30, so no food all day. I'm very hungry, but that was my goal. I wanted to be very hungry for this experience. I wanted to order a couple entrees, have an appetizer, everything. So I wanna enjoy it. This isn't something that I get to do very often. I'm not really a fancy dining person. But I'm very excited for this, so I can't wait to show you. The celery soup and the bread service. It's perfect. It's cold from being up on deck seeing those characters earlier, so this is really hitting the spot. There's an Italian sausage in it too. Delicious. This is the focaccia.
How's that tasting for you so far?
Very good, thank you. The bread is so airy. The ship is actually headed into the glacier right now, so it's turning. So I'm on the back end of the ship, is shaking pretty bad, so hopefully it's not showing up on camera. Clearly sesame. My dad would love this. Covered in sesame seed. Got large salt crystals on the top of it. If you know me at all, you know I'm not a huge salt fan. For a couple of reasons. My health being one. That's very clearly sea salt. I could see Connor throwing this across the table. It's hollow. The last special one is a Mediterranean bread. She said feta, sun-dried tomatoes, and spinach. So glad I did this. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this. So other than the obvious celery soup being my favorite, definitely the focaccia bread was my favorite. The least favorite was the sesame bread, just because it was so salty. My dad would have loved it because he loves sesame and salt, but not my flavor profile. The soup is exactly what I needed. I was very cold. This chicken parmesan is delicious. I've made this for my family before. This is much lighter. My risotto is much heavier. But I actually have another entree coming because I haven't eaten anything today, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm talking quietly because you already get enough looks being a person talking to a camera. But being a solo person talking to a camera at a fancy restaurant, definitely testing my outgoingness. Okay, so here are my thoughts. The thing that sets this apart is how light this meal is. When I make chicken parmesan with parmesan risotto, it is heavy. It's a heavy meal. The risotto sticks to your, what's the expression? Sticks to your ribs. But this is very light. So that's what set this apart, the quality. I don't know how you make a light risotto. If you've ever made a risotto, it takes a lot of broth and mixing and cheese and everything. I don't know how they made this so light, but it definitely nailed it. This is wonderful. Palo is an Italian restaurant, which is why, even though this is a brunch menu and I could have ordered waffles and eggs and things like that, I wanted to stick with Italian food. This is the lasagna. Wow. That is the most tender pasta I've ever had. This lasagna is meat stuffed with a bechamel sauce and a fresh made tomato sauce. For my first time having bechamel, I would say I would almost get this over the chicken parm. The bechamel on top of this really makes it. It's delicious. It's very creamy. I'm gonna have to look up what bechamel is because it's gotta be like a creamy cheese sauce. It's almost like an Alfredo but no garlic. I apologize for whispering throughout this video. Believe it or not, it can be really awkward to record yourself in a fancy restaurant one-on-one. I'm full. I'm glad I saved walking around and delivering those recipe cards for after this.
How was everything with this lasagna?
Excellent, excellent.
Perfect.
Thank
Still
you.
enjoying?
So, while full, I've never had panna cotta before. I wanted to try it. The waitress said this was the palate cleanser at the end of the meal. What does that taste like? Like a whipped cream. And it's got strawberry pearls. What a fun meal. So, I'm actually pulling into the Glacier viewing right now. It is 1:30. Here are my doggies. It's 1:30. I think the charter boats that take people closer to the glacier start at about 2 o'clock. So it seems like we've gotten in here kind of late. I think it was supposed to start between noon and 1. But I'm very thankful to be doing this experience at the absolute rear of the ship where the window is. I will say after this, I'm going to go deliver all those recipe cards. I'm going to change clothes. Go deliver all those recipe cards. And then probably probably get a good view of the glacier from the front of the ship for the camera, and then take a break. I'm gonna have to really decide if I'm gonna do dinner tonight. So I'll at least go. Yeah, so again, that was great. The meal was $50. I tipped 25, which I think is fair. So my attempt to talk in the elevator failed twice. So let me give you the summary of Palo. That was a ton of food. I'm surprised at how light authentic Italian food is. Like that chicken parm, light. The lasagna that I had, while I was already full, I did eat all the pasta. I didn't eat all the meat because I'm full. But that handmade pasta was, again, light. So I see why Italians like the pasta if it's that light. But like I said earlier, or if I don't know, I kept getting cut off talking to the elevator, but the meal's $50. I tipped 25 because that is very clearly a couples or large group restaurant, and as I'm taking up a table for multiple people, I don't want to shortchange my server for taking the time to serve one person. So, but yeah, we're actually pulling in to where the glacier is right now, which is awesome. And then I'm going to get changed and go deliver all the recipe cards, which I know I've said 100 times now, but I'm going to do it. And then head up on top deck, get some footage of the glacier, and then probably just relax. I'm really trying hard not to have a food coma, but I feel it coming. Look at that. Wonder how big that really is, because it's not bobbing up and down with the waves at all. Oof. That's crazy. Look at all that ice out there. Super cool. So I've made the decision that I'm going to hang out in my room and use my binoculars and look out the window, because the top deck is very busy and there's really bad reflections off of the glass from the sun starting to set. So I actually have a better view down here. I'll show you what it looks like right now. But yeah, there's no reflection there, and like my room is in the shadow, so I don't have any direct sunlight messing it up. So I'm actually just going to sit down here in front of my window and just kind of watch the world go by. I've got the time lapse going right there, so hopefully there's some cool footage in there. I keep having to restart it because the battery dies after like an hour and a half, but an hour and a half of recording is 3 minutes of a time lapse, so I'm having a good time. But tonight, I believe, is the frozen deck party and the frozen dinner, which based on the lunch you guys just saw me have, not hungry at all. However, I do want to go and be social, so I may get something, but I will not have a full meal. So, and then if I get hungry late, I will sort of room service, because that's included in this cruise. There's no additional fee, you just tip. So but yeah, right now I'm really enjoying my window, because the people with the balcony rooms are obviously having to bundle up because it's open air. But I have my big window and I can just use my binoculars and see what I can see. And I'm literally sitting here in shorts and a t-shirt, so it's hard to complain about my window. Not to mention, it was 50% to 75% less than the balcony rooms cost. So I'm just going to keep saying that over and over and over and over and over to kind of rub it in.
Welcome to Freezing the Night Away, the best party this side of the fjord. Elsa, Anna, and their friends are on their way, but for now, it's time for the festivities to begin.
Hands down, this is the best day of my life.
and quite possibly the last. Hold up. You're starting to melt. Elsa could help you, but Anna and Christopher aren't back yet. Oh no, what are we gonna do? What's happening? Everything is freezing over.
Hey
everyone, we found Elsa.
Gathered friends, I am thrilled to introduce my favorite sister. Well, she's my only sister. Elsa.
That was a really cute show. Oh, let me let him finish talking.
Have a good night.
Yeah, so that was a really cute show. I'm dressed perfectly for it. Jeans, Spirit jersey, my rain jacket slash, what's it called, windbreaker, my hat, and I had gloves on, but I took them off to start this video. But yeah, that was a really cute show. It was only 15 minutes, which is perfect for the weather, so I think I waited outside for 10, and then it was a 15-minute show, so I have no complaints. Next up is dinner at Triton's, which is a special frozen menu tonight, and I'm going to remember to record the food tonight. I know I blew it last night, but I do a little better tonight. So, but yeah, sun's down. It's beautiful. I'm testing the low light settings on the camera too, so I hope this turns out. I tried my best to keep this a lighter meal, and I think I accomplished it. I started it off with a roasted carrot soup. By now you know, soup is my thing. A lobster ravioli, also delicious, no complaints. And then wrapped up dessert with the oak and warm apple pie cake. Nice, sweet, can't have warm apples without vanilla ice cream, so good meal. Look at today's towel animal. It's an elephant and my 2 chocolates. Dinner tonight was good. So, like I said earlier, I didn't order that much food. I got the carrot soup, which, I'm sorry, but I'm a soup person. I love soup, and especially on a cold weather cruise. It is perfect. But I got the soup. I got lobster ravioli, which only had 4 pieces, which was perfect. But I love ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese I put on pizza. I make a stuffed noodle dish at home. Ricotta cheese is absolutely one of my favorites. And then I got a warm apple dessert, which was very good. Warm apple desserts with vanilla ice cream is a staple. So that was a very good, lighter dinner. I'm very happy with the fact that I do not feel all bloated from a large meal today. So, but yeah, I'm actually going to stay up tonight and go listen to the dueling pianos, but I'm going to put on much more comfortable indoor clothes for that show. So, yeah, I'll record some of that footage, but the Frozen show was okay. It was a little kid-centric for me, but these videos are not just for adults, they're for kids too, including my little nephew. So I have to shoot everything that I can for that little guy, because one day he's going to like Frozen. Right now he's a Wall-E and Ratatouille guy, which I think part of that is because I'm a Wall-E and Ratatouille person. But yeah, so I'm going to get changed, put on comfortable clothes, and then go watch a dueling piano performance. It starts in about 30 minutes. So.
She said, shut up! This woman is my destiny. She said,
well, it's midnight. Alaska time, but it's 4 a.m. my time back in Kentucky. But I feel good. So I'm gonna do a load of laundry. Again, I realize I do a lot of laundry, but I'm doing like half loads and I want to keep up with it, so it'll be fine. But that show was great. The 2 piano players were wonderful to watch. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do some laundry and then I'll get this day wrapped up. Again, I just live all my days on repeat doing laundry at the end of the day. All right, well, laundry started. Entertainment was had. Got some pixie dust. These are all Canadian treats, which is fun because I'm actually going to bring a bunch of unique Canadian snacks home to my family. So I got a head start. But, yeah, like I said, I'm just doing some laundry. I still need to get a shower. It's midnight, so I'm going to be quiet because I have a family next door. I don't actually know who's on this side of the wall, but I know there's a 4-person family over here, so be respectful. But I'm going to get a shower, get my laundry done, go to bed, and then tomorrow It's the first day, feet on the ground in Alaska. How fun. But I think that's it for today. I'll wrap it up here. Keep moving forward. See you guys tomorrow.